settings. Come on. Broadcast settings. We'll go full screen. Okay. So, it's Anthem. And what it's not. So I guess we'll start with the most important thing. Is it fun? Yes. Yes, it's fun. Is it broken? It's broken. Now, it's not Fallout 76 broken, which really left a bad taste in my mouth, but the controls are smooth and the things run, and I didn't get a lot of big problems, but problems that other people had in the premiere demo are still here. You get rubber banding, you get a lot of crashes. I tried 11 times to get this video to run. Blue screen of death, blue screen of death, blue screen of death, unlimited loading screen, blue screen of death. So we'll talk about some things that make sense, like how to fly, because that's just neat. And the map. Well, I actually learned some things by looking at the map a little bit ago, and one of them is there's going to be this place, the Tomb of Yavena. Alright, so that's one. Tomb of Athrena, whatever that is. 2. This place. 3. 4. There's some people out there, apparently. 5. 6. 7, way up there. 8. And 3 for 11. And making sure there's none down here. Maybe that's 12 if I didn't count it. 13, 14. Okay. Looks like about 14. And the reason that's important is because that's how many dungeons there's going to be. Or that's going to be a combination of dungeons and outside places. It's not very many. I think that's not enough for a AAA game. They say there'll be more, and I'm sure they've got a raid somewhere in development and some other stuff that they just have to push the button on to launch. But you know, it'll take people time to have the gear to be able to go into that. So, okay, I can see that as a possibility. But oh yeah, the lighting is pretty neat. Definitely get some glare on that. Playing the game is no problem, but watching other people play the game, it feels like you can get motion sick doing that. So that's going to be tough for streamers that play super fast, super close. The mech armor is looks like a regurgitated suit of armor out of, oh, what was that game? Dead Space. It's a looter shooter. You know, gives you something to run around and kill for and get one more piece of loot. So if you don't know what that is, then think back to classic Warcraft, or yeah, World of Warcraft. Oh look, it's Hellfire Peninsula. You go inside this dungeon and you fight your way through it, and you get a bunch of green loot that you either smash or sell to a vendor, a little bit of both, and then you run to the dungeon next door, but you don't have the gear to fight that, so you gotta run across the world to go do this other one, to go do this other one, to come back. So you can then grind it like 80 times on heroic, sometimes only once per day. I don't know if they're gonna limit that, but you know, once per day to then have your loot. Because they did mention that there's gonna be daily events. Well, those dailies. Because, well, we gotta have people logging in every day. They said that the store is not going to be pay to win, and I mostly believe them. It's EA. There's no currency, so you can't trade with other players. There's no power leveling, so you can't. There's power scaling. So I tried it already, and if you set you bring a friend in the world, he's level 10, and you go into the level whatever 10 mission, and you play it really hard at 15, you gotta sweat to carry this kid who makes almost no contribution and just dies a lot. And he didn't get any blue drops. He got 1. I got 7. Alright, so then we reran it, but on normal. And I got 10 blue drops, and he got 4 blue drops. And he made a more significant contribution. So maybe it's RNG, but we fiddled that quite a few times, and that was that. So anyway, that's the World of Warcraft part of the grinding and how to get gear. Yeah, I'm not sure how that's going to go. There's special effects so that if you do, let's see if it'll pop up. Yes, it will. It shows my currencies. Oh, look at all those wonderful currencies, which is one of the things that they say that you'll be able to buy from the pay store is currency. You can only buy crafting supplies. Well, crafting supplies equals gear. Crafting supplies equals gear. There's social things. It was tough to invite my friends to play. Settings, control audio. I wanted hidden places. No. What I was hoping for was the trophies. As you fight through things, you pick up trophies. And if you, so now I guess we'll talk about shooting stuff. They did a good job with the range and the fall off, I think. So you get, so you do fair damage against that guy with this. But from this far away, my shotgun doesn't do anything. But as he gets closer, the shotgun starts coming into its own. You got shields. That reminds me of classic Halo. Oh, right. Flight. That's important. So, you gotta run from one place to another. Great. And these things, because currency is this. This is what Destiny should have had. It's a loot, like I said, it's a looter shooter, which is Destiny. Destiny could have been this. Destroy turrets. Whee! The special abilities are pretty neat on this. The way that the mechanics work for the shooting things is pretty neat. I really like how well you can customize your game. I don't like that monsters spawn behind you for no reason. Like there's not much rhyme or reason that gets attached to this. I like the idea of the elite monsters. I don't like that it's the mechanics of how to turn some of the stuff off. They did away with, it's an MMO with no healers in it. So you can die an unlimited amount of times and anybody could just res you. So it's either self-healing or you get rezzed. Oh, somebody's give me some sugar. And it's classic Halo on that. You get out of combat for a second, your shield starts to regen. As soon as one little turd's bullet hits you, your shield regens over. Woo! Crash into the wall there for a second. Trying to find out where all these damn baddies are. how to retreat from them. Didn't think about that. There we go. Get some health. Ooh, and pop my bubble, which I should have done a little bit ago, and I'm down. Hold to respawn. I guess we're doing it. No idea what the death penalty is. Wait, no death penalty? What's the stinking point? Like, now you just go zerg something over and over and over again until you get it. And so then either you can or you can't. So I don't like that idea. But the game's pretty. It's fun to play. Mechanics are pretty easy to control. And the way that it comes together it's pretty nice. Grouping up is not necessary. The matchmaking system seemed to be working pretty good, at least at the level that I'm at, because it's throttled to everybody else in the world. What all the stuff is going to be is ultimately unknown, and that makes me curious. Hey, the crop top's unlocked, so you go explore an area and you unlock stuff. You pick stuff up, you can unlock stuff. It's crafting supplies. Hold to pick up stuff. Oh, let's see here. What was I talking about? I'd never been over here, so we'll hit the button, shoot some stuff, and see what happens. There we go. Let's go, homing missiles. So if you run out of, that's one of the other marvelous things. If you run out of bullets, which is wont to do if you're just throwing bullets all over the world, your grenade is unlimited, and your L1 grenade and your R1 grenade are unlimited. You just run those things constantly. You don't have to worry about bullets, which I think is kind of silly, but helpful in those situations where I have in fact run out of bullets. You only get 2 guns, and if you brought the wrong gun on a mission, yeah, you're screwed. You gotta go back to town and get a different gun. The sniper rifles don't seem to work very well, but then again, it's early on in the game and they can't cut loose with an OP gun that just says click to delete here. The equipment's pretty is really customizable, but it's a little glitchy. The way that EA did their premium rollouts, that's hilarious to me, actually. So if you pay them a lot of money and you're a PC gamer, you get early access. Well, that's not really early access, that's on-time access, isn't it? I don't know. They can call it whatever they want. It's their game. And they can sell it however they want to. It's their game. However, the money that sits in my pocket is my money, and I can spend that however I want to. So because they're going to let somebody else pay them a significant amount of money to play the game first, you know, good job for the streamers. Oh, what's up, buddy?
Excellent work.
Nice. So that's actually somebody who plays a tank and has got a fair bit of gear that's attached to it. Get him. Hate these guys. If you don't knock these things down as a team, you just get wrecked. I like the idea of combos. As you do things together, then, whoa, gonna get smashed. What just shot me? That's irritating. Yeah, so anyway, I like the idea of combos. There's loot right here. Hey, picked up blue loot.
One less outlaw boss to worry about. Well done, you. There'll be more trouble if we don't secure the area.
No idea how much of a story there is. Going to town for anything is irritating. You walk stupid slow, like really slow. That was my ultimate ability, which in its own area is pretty neat. Well, your ultimate's active, you're immune to damage. So it turns out the rogue class, or whichever one is close to that.
They're falling back. Good work.
Yay, finally. World event complete.
Good D for the day.
Hey, and there's a chest. For 100 XP. Captain Bootleg. Oh, no, I don't want to give him the finger. Let's give him a wave. Challenge complete for blast missiles and really some crappy stuff. No blues, a couple of greens. Yeah. And that's it. So back to that part about, or the short rant about, pick up some bullets and we're full good. What EA's done, they gave early access to people that paid them a lot of money for, you know, pay to be the first ones. PlayStation doesn't allow that, so I'll watch somebody else's gameplay for the first week and I'll be like, well, I'm gonna buy that game because it looks really awesome. Or I'm gonna watch them play it and be like, wait, that's it? No effing way. One nut punch. Way to get famous there, buddy. Way to get famous. That was one of the other funny things. You can name your person all kinds of messed up stuff that is not matched with your gamer tag. There's no falling damage because, well, your mech can fly, so I don't know what else to say about it. So a little long, a little rambly. I really like that you could fly. It really makes me think of the funnest parts of Destiny 1. It really makes me think of the grindiest parts of World of Warcraft. I played the shit out of both of those games during their high points and enjoyed them greatly, so I can't complain too much. Is this a game that I'll buy? Yeah, I'll buy this game. Am I gonna pre-order it? Hell no. Hell to the no. Will I pre-order this game? Am I gonna buy it on launch day? Probably not. Probably not. I'm gonna let my friends and colleagues struggle with all the glitches and all the problems and all the things to complain about and see if EA fixes it. I was really looking forward to what was it, Exodus? But Exodus is starting to come in some heat. They made some really stupid plays. Why on earth would they dump Steam to go with Epic? And then I don't know what, but that was the game I was really looking forward to. And now I'm not looking forward to that. So these guys rushed their launch day so they can compete with that one. I don't know what to say about that other than whatever they've done was not interesting to me on both groups. I don't know. So I'll stick with the games that I've got. I'd rather play a classic and continue to grind through some of the really hard challenges on some of the other games that I've been playing. And wait a month. And I think that my friends should do that too. I'm sure it's one of those games that is going to end up on your shelf, but I really hope that it doesn't end up on my shelf like 76 did. One that I hope to never see again. Oh yeah. That monster didn't get killed, he just disappeared. Oh, and that's another gripe. No XP for that. The only way to get the XP for killing that guy, as far as I understand it, is getting an achievement. So, thanks for watching. I'm not that famous of a YouTuber, so pretty much my 10 friends are going to get this, and maybe a few others. But that's why I'm going to wait to buy Anthem. I'll buy it, but I'm waiting. Have a good day, everybody, and have a great weekend. Ciao.